You've seen it everywhere online. It's on every health podcast, every fitness influencer is talking about it. They're calling it nature's Ozempic, a miracle supplement that melts fat. But what's the real story behind Berberine? That's why I made this video. Before you spend a single dollar, I need you to stop and watch this entire video. Because I'm not just going to tell you if it works. I'm sharing the 3 specific things I desperately wish I knew before I started taking it. And trust me, number 3 is the one that almost made me quit entirely, and it's the mistake that makes this supplement completely useless for 90% of the people trying it right now. This is the truth you won't find in a doctor's office. Let's get into it. Alright, so why did I even start taking Berberine? Like many of you, I was looking for an edge. I do all the right things, I train hard, I eat clean, but I wanted something natural to help control my blood sugar, improve insulin sensitivity, and, let's be honest, help shed that stubborn body fat that just doesn't seem to budge. I saw the clinical studies showing it could be as effective as some prescription drugs, and I was convinced. But the studies don't prepare you for the real-world experience. And that brings me to the very first thing I wish I knew. Okay, thing number 1, everyone talks about the potential for digestive distress. But that's not the real problem. The hidden side effect nobody mentions is how it can absolutely wreck your energy and workout performance. Let me give you a real-world example. I typically deadlift heavy. The day after I took Berberine an hour before my workout, I could barely get the bar off the floor. I felt weak, shaky. It wasn't just low energy, it was a hypoglycemic feeling. Here's why: Berberine works by activating an enzyme called AMPK, which is like a master energy switch in your cells. One of its main jobs is to tell your body to pull sugar out of your blood and into the cells. This is fantastic for after a high-carb meal, but it's terrible for right before you need that blood sugar for explosive energy in a workout. So, what's the action step? It's simple. Look at your daily schedule. Find your workout time. Then draw a 2-hour, no-fly zone right before it. That's your window where you do not take Berberine. Take it with your other meals, like lunch or dinner, but protect your workout energy at all costs. Thing number 2, more is not better. In fact, taking more is probably making things worse and just wasting your money. I see people online recommending 1,500 milligrams or even 2,000 milligrams a day, and I can tell you, they don't understand the science of bioavailability. Think of it like this: your gut is a locked door, and the berberine molecule is the key. The cheap, standard berberine most companies sell is a poorly cut key. You can try to jam 1,500 milligrams of it into the lock, but only a tiny fraction will get through. The rest just bounces off, causing irritation and all those side effects. The key isn't a higher dose, it's a smarter form that unlocks the door. The best formulas use berberine HCl and, crucially, pair it with a cofactor that acts like a master locksmith. Ingredients like silymarin, milk thistle, or a simple black pepper extract called piperine can increase absorption by up to 2,000%. So when you're buying, flip the bottle over and look at the label. You're looking for berberine HCl and an absorption enhancer. If it doesn't have both, you're likely buying a low-quality product. And this brings me to the third and, by far, the most important thing I wish I knew. This is the hard truth. This is the mistake that makes Berberine completely useless for 9 out of 10 people. Are you ready for it? Berberine does not work if you are not in a calorie deficit. Let me repeat that. This is not a magic pill. Think of it this way: a calorie deficit is the gasoline in your car. Without gas, the car goes nowhere. Berberine is a high-tech supercharger you add to the engine. It makes the engine run more efficiently and get more power out of the fuel it has. It helps your body handle carbs better, it improves insulin sensitivity, so when you are eating in a deficit, your body is primed to burn fat as its primary fuel source. But if there's no gas in the tank, no calorie deficit, the supercharger is a useless, expensive piece of metal. It amplifies your efforts, it does not replace them. So now that you know the 3 secrets, let's talk about what you should realistically expect. What is the timeline? This is crucial. You won't take a pill and wake up thinner. Here's a realistic timeline based on my experience and research. Week 1, you might not feel much at all, or you might notice some slight digestive changes as your body adapts. This is normal. Don't expect any weight loss yet. Weeks 2 to 4, this is where you might start to notice less bloating after meals and more stable energy levels. Your post-meal blood sugar crashes might disappear. This is the foundation being built. Month 2 and beyond, this is where, if you have been in a consistent calorie deficit, you will see the real magic happen on the scale and in the mirror. Your body is now using the berberine efficiently to amplify your fat loss efforts. Be patient. This is a long-term tool, not an overnight fix. Now, let's talk about who should be extremely careful, or even avoid berberine altogether. This is not a toy. If you are currently taking any prescription medication for diabetes, like metformin, you absolutely must talk to your doctor before even thinking about this. Combining them can lead to dangerously low blood sugar, which is a serious medical event. Also, if you are pregnant, planning to become pregnant, or breastfeeding, this is not for you. And finally, if you have any pre-existing liver or kidney issues, get medical clearance first. Be smart and be safe. So, after all this, what's the final verdict? Do I still recommend berberine? My answer is a firm yes, but with conditions. You time it correctly, you use a high bioavailability formula, you combine it with a calorie deficit, and you are not in one of the risk groups we just mentioned. When used correctly, it is an incredibly powerful tool. Now, I know finding a quality version that checks all these boxes can be a nightmare. I spent weeks researching to find one that was pure, had the correct HCl form, and already included an ingredient for absorption. For everyone asking, the exact one I personally use and trust is linked in the description below. It's the one that gave me the benefits without the issues. Feel free to check it out for yourself, it's what I recommend to my friends and family. Alright, that's the real, unfiltered truth about berberine. I hope this video saved you time, money, and a whole lot of frustration. If this video brought you any value, do me a huge favor and hit that like button, it really helps the channel out. And subscribe so you don't miss the next video where we're going to talk about the 3 best high-protein snacks you can find at any gas station. Thanks for watching. Stay smart, and I'll see you in the next one.